Thank you for letting me interview you about this. Could you talk about your time in the mental hospital?
So, for some context, um, I had tried to commit suicide, and so I was in the ER for 3 days and then transferred into the state psych hospital for 4 days.
How was going through that for you?
Going through that, I realized that people need to take care of the mentally ill. I think society just quietly ignores the mentally ill, just throws them into these asylums and doesn't even fund them correctly. The building I was in, the food was terrible and everything was served in styrofoam. And it irritated me that it was in styrofoam because that's so environmentally unhealthy to have 3 meals a day every single day in straight up styrofoam. And the food didn't feel healthy, even though there was like vegetables or fruits. A lot of people threw those away or like traded them out or just didn't eat because they were feeling so terrible. I just don't see everyone being taken care of that well. They're just being watched doing almost nothing every day.
What were the people like?
I met two guys with teardrop tattoos. One of them made me a glow-in-the-dark bead bracelet, and the other one I played Uno with. But because I didn't have anybody I could actually talk to, it felt like solitary confinement.
So, do you think everyone was feeling pretty lonely then?
I could tell a lot of them were very lonely, but they didn't know how to express that to like each other. Like I saw maybe 3 guys who became pretty good friends and they would act pretty normal with each other, you know? And I don't mean to say normal as in like they aren't normal. Their actions were comfortable. They were comfortable with each other. But everybody else kind of just avoided eye contact. They know that they're there for themselves. They have to get better in whatever way, shape, or form. And everybody has different problems. Because they're all there thinking about just their problems, I think that's so sad and just makes it worse. And I was there specifically for depression. So I don't think that helped my depression. I think it made it worse. But the antidepressants they gave me, that made me kind of happy. Like a forced kind of happy. Like my eyes felt like they're gonna fall off happy. But it was weird because I would be enjoying my art so much, just bopping my head to music that's not there, and then laughing when I hear a joke that's way across the room and isn't to me. So like little things like that made me feel like I was going crazy, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna end up staying here forever because they're gonna think that I'm a lunatic.
I feel like they they should have a better budget.
They had to cut budgets and changed to styrofoam. And I'm like, why would you cut budgets for the mentally ill? Don't you want to take care of them? The food is bad, nobody wants to eat it, then they're gonna be physically ill too. The building itself is so old. And I guess like it works. It covers you from the rain, but the temperatures are so bad. I was going around with a blanket everywhere. The bathrooms are always having problems. Nobody gave me soap and nobody gave me a toothbrush and toothpaste on the first day. I have anxiety. I have problems asking for help. And I was also at a very low part of my life, so my anxiety was very high. They could have checked in on everybody because there's patients who can't communicate these things at all. And it's not just like an anxiety thing holding them back like me. Like they literally just can't talk or they don't know that they need something. Everybody should have tabs kept up on them.
Where do you think extra funding should go?
I feel like the funding should pay for more staff. The day I was checking out, I was checked out pretty late because there were only 2 people working. The institutions too, it doesn't have to be super modern or anything. It just has to be better functional.
How do you think this is going to affect your art?
I think that my experience in the hospital will change my purpose for making art because it made me want to really stand up for change. One of my goals in life is to make an exhibition based off of my experience in the hospital. I want to fully immerse my audience in the emotions I went through that I expressed through color, and for them to just feel how lonely it was in there and how quietly chaotic it was. And I know that I'm not in there anymore, but the thought of human beings having to be there and they're supposed to be getting help from that, they're supposed to be growing from that, wouldn't it be so much better to be able to have people leaving the institution more often than being admitted into it?